Hello. I wanted to take this opportunity to remind us all of our core expectations here at King Henry: to be ready, respectful, and safe. You will recall at the start of this term, I delivered an assembly outlining what we mean by being ready, respectful, and safe. In today's assembly, I'll be reinforcing what those expectations of behaviour are, outlining how you'll be supported to behave and what the consequences are of not following our expectations. Everybody in our community is expected to be ready to learn, to ready to be involved, and to be ready to support each other. Everybody in our community has the right to be respected, and everybody in our community has the right to feel safe. And that applies to our students, our staff, our parents, our carers, and our community members. But as we know, along with those rights come responsibilities. When I expect you to be ready, I expect all students to arrive on time to lessons and wait for their teachers. Likewise, I expect teachers to be on their doors, ready to greet students, welcome them into learning, and start work straight away. I expect students and teachers to ensure that work can start as soon as possible, that we do not miss any opportunity to learn, that we bring the right things that we need in order to learn. We always have our planner and our pens, and we wear the right uniform. In the coming weeks, I'll be sharing further clarification and information about our uniform expectations. But most of all, we expect that each and every one of us try our best, even on the most difficult days, and that we bring the best version of ourselves that we can to King Henry School. We reinforced our expectations at the start of every lesson. We expect students to arrive to class on time. That means at break and lunch, when the whistle goes, they move to lesson. By the time the bell goes, after break and lunch, students should be in their lessons, completing their retrieval task and the information set out by their teachers. Inside of our school buildings, we do not want to expect to see outdoor clothing, coats, and hoodies should never be seen here at King Henry. Students are asked to put their planner, pen, pencil, ruler, and rubber on their desks and to complete the retrieval tasks without talking. They're expected to answer the register respectfully and clearly. Similarly, at the end of lessons, we do this in an orderly manner. We pack up when directed by the teacher without talking. Stand behind the desks and leave the class calmly and quietly when directed by the teacher, but never before the bell. Students are then expected to move to their next lesson quickly and quietly, walking on the left of our corridors. All members of our community are expected to be respectful. We expect everybody to listen and speak politely. We hold doors open for people, we say please and thank you, and we don't call each other names. We care for our community. We help others if they need us to help them or find an adult who can. We welcome everybody to our school, whatever their background. And we care about our environment. We are expected to tidy up our own mess and support others when we see mess around. We join in ways to make the school a nicer place, and we never vandalise. And possibly most importantly, everybody has the right to be and feel safe. I want to make it very clear, at King Henry, we keep our hands and our feet to ourselves. We do not play fight or take others' things. ask for help from adults if we are worried about ourselves or others. We make sure we are always where we are meant to be in our lessons and at break and lunch times. You will have seen and understood that to go to the toilet during lesson time is an exception rather than the norm. Students may only use the toilet during lesson time with written permission from their teachers. The toilets are staffed every lesson and records are kept of those students and staff who are going to the toilet during lesson time and which staff are giving permission for that. When we are not in lesson, we are not learning. At King Henry, we firmly believe in behaviour education. Part of that is making it explicit what our expectations are. It is modelling what we expect, it is showing people what we expect. But it is also through consequences. And I want to make it clear that students who participate in disrespectful, unsafe, or are not ready for school or learning must once again be challenged, receive consequences, and have certainty of this. I want to focus on the notion of safety, and there are two elements to this. First and foremost, I want to make it explicit that at King Henry, all incidents involving weapons and any violent behaviour will result in permanent exclusion. I want to be clear that none of our school rules have changed. But I do think it would be helpful for you to understand some examples of possible behaviours and what the consequences are. Examples of behaviours that could lead to permanent exclusions are violence, vandalism, serious bullying, and persistent breaches of the school rules. I will suspend for serious behaviour or repeated breaches of the school rules. I'm again reinstating Saturday detentions as part of our menu of consequences. Saturday detentions will run from 9 until 12 and I will be supervising them. Saturday detentions will be used for poor behaviour, not following instructions, or repeated truancy. You can see on the slide here some other examples of behaviours and the consequences that will follow. We have also made it clear that students must be in lessons. There is no excuse to be out of lesson without permission from the teacher. From Monday, I want to make it clear that the following consequences will be in place. If you miss one lesson in a day, parents will be informed and you will have an SLT detention after school. If you miss 2 lessons in a day, your parents will be informed and you will have 2 detentions after school. The purpose of the detention is to make up for lost learning time, to reset, re-educate and rejoin learning. If more than 3 lessons in one day are missed, you will spend a day in the pastoral centre or be issued with a Saturday detention. If we see repeated truancy after the consequence, there will be more than one day in the pastoral centre. and this will continue to escalate. And I want to be clear that if there is refusal to follow instructions and attend multiple lessons, despite consequences, parental meetings and other support offered, then this could lead to suspensions and permanent exclusions. So once again, I want to reiterate our basic expectations here at King Henry, that everybody is expected to be ready, respectful and safe. I thank you for your support and your engagement. And I thank all of the students who persistently and consistently are ready, respectful and safe. These are the basic expectations at any school, and it is the very least that you all and our community deserve. Thank you.